from the tiny little studio on, I can't say this tiny little Greek island because I'm not there. For all of you who don't know, haven't heard, I am currently in Savannah. If I can get this, I should probably have this up closer. Hope you can hear me. I'm currently in Savannah, Georgia, having a wonderful time. It's so good to be back on American soil, getting acclimatized and readjusted. It's been 6 years since I have been in the United States. It is quite an adventure. So yeah, I have not done a morning musings in forever. Happy to be here and continuing on with my creative self, with my creative lifestyle, seeing things throughout this change from one culture to the other. There seems to be this chasm that I go through, a chasm of being the perfect misfit in this new space because of routine, the routine of my life back on the tiny little Greek island with my tiny little studio and everything. Let me see if I can get myself out of the, anyways, I'm outside. So coming out of that whole space from one country to another. Good morning, my dear. Thank you. Thank you. I feel fantastic. So much going on. So much going on. It's still, an hour or two where you are earlier. So you must be having your morning coffee. It's so fun to be able to be here with you guys on the same basically on the same time zone. Not so many hours apart, but this change from the tiny Greek island, my tiny little studio, my very minimal life there, and coming through this chasm, it's like this boom, this drop into this new life. Is really fascinating. It's really fascinating to me. 7:43 a.m. Yeah, you are just getting up. So it's really interesting. It's really interesting to me to go through this and to watch. Remember how I always talk about that, to become present with what is happening when things are, when you're in the chaos of things, to step back, take a breath, become the fly on the wall and just observe what is going on in your world, how you're feeling, how you are reacting. No judgments if you're, if you're doing it in a bad way. Or a negative way. No judgments like that, but just noticing. The noticing is the practice. And when you use this practice in your daily life of what's going on in your daily life, you can take the same lesson and bring it into your own studio, into your own creative realm. Whether you're, doing a quick little sketch, whether you're just looking at colors, whatever you're doing, that moment when you're in your creativity and you're aware that you're in your creativity, to continually step back and come back to this creative channel. An example. Yesterday, I did a video, I uploaded it on the YouTube channel, on this channel here, my art channel, about going to the art store and getting all of these really cool, minimal art supplies so that I can start painting here without spending a ton of money. this art store, you can buy used, unbelievable, used art products, which in Greece you would never find. I mean, just, it's just not there. And so it was fascinating. I was going through all of these colors and used brushes and picking out the brushes that I need. And I only bought 3 items that were brand new, right? One was a 200 ml flake white substitute, because it's not an actual flake white. I don't know that we can get flake white in the United States anymore, but you know, I got that because no matter where I go, it'll come with me. And I love flake white much more than titanium white. It's just a better white. You guys, you know, think about it when you get your paints, when you have a flake white. It blends better. It doesn't cool off and matte the juiciness of your colors when you're color mixing. It's just a better white, in my humble opinion. Not even in my humble opinion, get flake white. It's a better white. So I went there and I got all this stuff, right? And, you know, rather than paying tons of money, really, I really only paid $136.48, I think was my total. So, because most of it was used and much lower priced and just exactly what I needed. I don't need a lot. So go check out the video to see what I got. And to see if you want to spend a minimal amount of money using a primary palette, because you don't need any more than a primary palette plus white. You don't need any more than a few brushes. You don't need to get a bunch of stuff. I got canvas pad. I got a canvas pad. It was used, right? So some pages were missing, but I've got like 15 canvas pad sheets, 12 by 16, I can't remember, which I can cut in half. And it's 30 by 40 centimeters for those of you. I know that, I remember that because I'm used to doing the centimeters thing. And I got all these things, but I'm in the store and I'm at the checkout after 2 hours of rummaging through all this stuff and just being, ooh, how exciting, right? Brands of paint that I've never used before because we don't get them in Greece. And I'm at the checkout and this lovely, lovely young woman there says, she's at SCAD, so she's a student. She's like, as an extra last year, I took an oil painting class, but I just couldn't get into it. It just wasn't my thing. And I said, I asked her what paint she did like, and she said she liked acrylics because it's quick and easy and things like that. And I said, okay. She was very busy. It was hard to do the oil painting thing. It was really hard for her. I get that, right? When you're really busy and you haven't got a lot of time and you've got a lot of chaos going on and you're discombobulated with your creative energy, you're just off track. Oil painting can be hard. And the reason why it's hard, I said, this is how you might want to think about it. If you come into your studio, wherever that studio is, and you take out the acrylics and you do a little painting, it's done, right? It's done. It's quick. It's fast. I said, think of it this way. When you're working with acrylics, although it can be a fantastic medium, it's like going to a fast food place or, you know, a restaurant where you're going to get a meal quick. It may be delicious. It'll be a delicious meal, right? It's going to be good. Like, there's a fast food place here back in the day when I used to eat regular food. Oh, I used to get it was a burrito, but I mean, healthy. It was actually really good. But it was fast food. It's acrylic painting to me. This is how I see it. And I said, oil painting is a gourmet meal. It takes time. You have to properly put things together. You have to let a marinade sit. You have to, and that's the same thing, right? When you do a painting, you're painting with oils, you get to a certain point and you have to let it sit. So you pull back, you come back to your creativity, your own creative realm, and you're sitting with, pausing, coming back to yourself, and not just rushing to get the painting done. You have to sit back and acknowledge. And yes, you can do this, and you should be doing this if you're acrylic painting. It's the same thing. But most people, when they're starting out, and they like acrylics because it's just so dang easy, right? And it is, it's easy. But you still have to come back and rest and sit with it. So oil painting almost forces you to do that. Almost. It doesn't, because you can do alla prima painting where you just do it all in an hour and a half or something and you're done. But there's more to it. It's a gourmet meal, or if not a gourmet meal, a slowly prepared, slowly cooked meal, something that takes time. And in today's world, people don't really seem to have the time. So I told this beautiful young woman, I said, think of it that way. When you have more space, try it again and think of it as if you are preparing a gourmet meal. So it'll help you through the process. It'll help you learn, because she was young, and learn to let go and step back. We have all forgotten, and even us older folks are forgetting what it means to just sit with what you're doing. And I find that actually here, I've been here for a week. So especially now that I'm here, it is more, thank you so much, my dear. That's really nice to hear. It's nice to hear that there are some golden nuggets. They certainly are golden nuggets that I process throughout my day, and it's nice to know. It is truly good to know that they can be golden nuggets for others as well. So at least in my very odd mind, I'm not alone out here in the world. I know you're with me. So I think, acrylic painting can also become a gourmet meal, but you have to be aware of how that can happen, which means stepping away from your painting, which means letting it be and coming back a few days later. To sit with it and ponder what feels right for you to do next, and to communicate with the creative energy that either is bubbling up from within you, coming from without and into you. It doesn't matter how you interpret and understand your creativity. What matters is that you take the time to connect with it, to be involved with your creativity on a very personal level. And as I'm getting adjusted in this chasm from one country to another, and feeling the differences and times where I just want to crawl under a rock because I don't understand how some things work here yet. Or I'm just missing the safety and the comfort and the routine of my tiny little studio on my tiny little Greek island. You know, there's all of this movement, and even for those of you who are in your space, you've been in your same space, the same town for many years, perhaps for your lifetime, there are moments when you are pushed off of that beautiful, lightly moving, swinging pendulum of your life, right? There are times when you are pushed way over, way out of your comfort zone. And you can use those moments to take a 3-second deep breath. Just count your breath, release your breath, and observe where you are, what is going on around you, and how you're feeling with no judgments, right? Just none, no judgments at all. This is where I am, this is what's happening, this is how I feel. And just becoming the fly on the wall of your own daily life. That's where I'm at. So it's getting warm. It is still very hot. I will be going back inside and getting to do some work, putting together my new painting setup and getting a painting started. I don't have, I need to get a, what are they called? One of those sticks where I can put the camera so that you guys can see what I'm doing. I haven't done that yet. I'll figure out how to do that soon. In the meantime, it is what it is. Life is good. Be inspired. Be creative. Be you. I'm so happy to be here with you all. Have a beautiful day.